So good afternoon, what's going on people, and welcome back to another show. And this afternoon I'm going to do my keep and sell video. So if you do like the videos over, please smash the likes up and subscribe if you already haven't. So like I said yesterday, I went on LW Newcastle's channel, our Leeds channel. Please check us for that. It's been an absolute bliss. He's a terrific guy talking about Newcastle. You know, you've got it. So like I said, smash the likes up and please subscribe if you're already new. And good afternoon to Thomas. Hope you're okay. So I'm not going to get many people watching this today. I totally understand it because people want to go outside, enjoy the sunshine, having fun, having a few beers, whatever, or barbecue. Hope you have a fantastic time. So this afternoon, I'm going to do my keep. And so who I should keep for next season? Who should go to pastures new? And also how much money I can make from player sales. So that's going to be fun and games. And I'm going to start with Darlow. I'm definitely going to keep him. Listen, I thought you did well for the first few months, yeah? I mean, came in for the back while he was injured. He made some cracking saves. He's been playing a blind of the game in goal, and I think he's been absolutely terrific. But in the last few games, mistakes is creeping into his game. And what I did my player ratings yesterday or the other night, check out on the streams I've done a couple of nights ago, I gave him a 7 out of 10. And look, I'll definitely keep Darlow behind the back again, but the likelihood is he could be on his way to probably like Watford, Southampton's been washed, Leeds United's been washed as well. And if he's going to go and he signed a long-term contract, he needs first-team football, like Thomas has mentioned there. I totally agree there, Thomas. He needs to have first-team football. I just say, you know what? If he wants first-team football, then I wish him success in the future. So I definitely keep him, but the likelihood is I think he'll be on his way in the summer, and it's going to be a shame because he's been a good servant for Newcastle. Now we're going to move on to Dubravka, 100% keeping him, and we know why. Daft question. Just say, look, first teamer, number one keeper for Newcastle United, and I would even put a price on him. The 32-year-old Slovakian, again, comes in, another great season, good hands. Distribution needs to be sorted out though, but I'll not say too much on him. Definitely going to keep him. On to Mark Gillespie. I'd definitely sell him. Listen, he was never going to be a first teamer at Newcastle. Let's be real about it. And this is the thing. We got 4 keepers on our books, yeah? And that's been a problem. We don't need 4 keepers on our books at all. Do you know what I mean? But Gillespie, a lot of people might not have heard of this guy. I'll probably say 2 million maybes. 2 million. Or if you went back to Scotland when he made his name, then we probably end up getting about 1 million. So Mark Gillespie, definitely sell. And he will never get in the first team. Move on to Woodman. For me, I'd definitely keep him because I think Darlow's going to be on his way. So if he does go, Freddie Woodman, I'm sure will be a number 2 keeper behind Dubravka. But again, he wants to be the player as a number 1. The only solution is he can go back to Swansea City and be a number 1 there. Or ideal is also want Sim as well. So maybe he could do a swap deal. Probably we can have Willock and they can have Woodman because Woodman's rated at £15 million. But I'd definitely keep him if Darlow moves on. So for me, if he's going to go, again, I wish him all the best in the land. If he wants to play his football elsewhere, I wish him well. So for me, Woodman, definitely keep. Now on to the right back wing backs. Jacob Murphy is going to be on the free, and I'd definitely keep the guy and give him a new deal. He's the most improved player, in my opinion, this season. He's gone from right wing into right wing back. He's done really well. Defended well, by the way. But like I said yesterday, his distribution needs to be better, but he has improved a lot. He's got a lovely cross on the ball, and I'd definitely keep him. So that's Jacob Murphy. On to Kraft. Well, it's got to be sell. I'd definitely sell this player. The reason being, he ain't been good enough for Newcastle. Okay, he's been okay the last couple of games, but I just for the whole season. But he's a sellable asset. I still think he can make between £7 and £8 million for Kraft. And if anyone offers that money, off you go. So he ain't good enough. I'll definitely sell him. I'm not losing any sleep over this guy. We move swiftly on to Manquillo. I'd definitely keep him. He's not been in the first team this season, unfortunately. And when he does play, he's defensively sound. He gets forward up and down. Is he the best crossing in the world? Probably not. But listen, he's defensively sound. I mean, if it ain't going to be in Steve Bruce's plans, I'd just say, you know what? We need to sell him. And we probably get £8 million for this guy. And we're going to go on to Matt Ritchie. Definitely keep him. We know what he's all about. I love the guy. And he has improved an awful lot since he had that fracas with that fraudulent manager. And definitely keep him. And because Bournemouth didn't get promoted, then he could, you know what? We definitely keep Matt. No problems at all. Mr. Reliable. And he does the job. So bless him. So we're going to go on to Jamal Lewis. I'll definitely keep him. Then you know why I keep Jamal, because there's a player in there. He's an attacking left back. But under a different manager, he will blossom. But not under Steve Bruce. So I wouldn't, tap him out yet. But he is a fantastic player. But unfortunately, he's been used on by Bruce. Dummett, I'll definitely keep him. He can play left back, also in defence. So 2 for the price of 1. So yeah, he's Mr. Reliable again. Defends well, tackles well. And one thing I need to see him, he needs to calm down a bit. So definitely keep Dummett. On to the central defence. Federico Fernandez, I'll definitely keep him. Again, he is solid. His position sense is fantastic. And without a doubt, I'll definitely keep him. 100%. And the thing is, so he could be on his way because he's got another month and then he can choose the clubs he want to go to because he'll be on the free transfer. So, yeah, definitely keep him. On to Kieran Clark. This is going to surprise a lot of people. I'm going to have to sell him because he ain't going to get 38 games from this guy. Okay, I mean, when he plays, it can be decent one game, but his lack of concentration is less than down. So, if you can get $3 million for him, he's just on a new deal. He's 32 years old. And if you can get some money for him, up to £3 million, I'd take it all day long. And that's what I do for Kieran Clark. He's a good guy, but I just don't think he's going to be a first teamer anytime soon because Krzysztof AR could be on his way as well. And that would make it very difficult to be a first teamer. So we're going to move on to Fabian Shaw. It's a no-brainer. I definitely keep him. He's the only player who can bring the ball out from the back. I think he's decent. And he's 30. And I love the guy. And he's very, very useful at the back. And he goes playing CDM. So definitely keep Fabian. On to Lejeune. Personally, I think he'll be on his way. I keep him, but he'll be on his way. Where he'll go, I just do not know. I think we probably get £3 million for him. We paid £8.5 million for this guy released close on Elba. Probably the Spanish league is more suited to him, to be quite honest with you. But £3 million should be enough to price the guy away. And we go on to Lascelles. I'll definitely keep him, our captain. Listen, he had the best of seasons, I'm not going to lie. COVID hasn't helped him. And, sometimes he's good and sometimes he's absolutely shocking at the back. But at the end of the day, what I want to see from next season, I want to see Jamal Lascelles, the leader, who is good at his job. And if you get the Jamal Lascelles back, then I used to be on the Rafa Benitez, we have got a defender there. He's 27, and yes, he's at his prime. He needs to fix up very, very quickly. So Lascelles, 100% keep. Now, we've got to go on to the midfielder. Jonjo Shelby, 100% going to sell him. Get rid of him. Let's be real about it. I think the guy's finished. Let's be real. He's lazy and he only picks his games, plays when he wants to play well. In the Championship, absolutely awesome. Unfortunately, in the Premier League, I think it's catching up on him. Let's be real about it. We could have got £20 million when West Ham went in for him a couple of seasons again. Should have snapped the sand off, but we decided to keep this guy. And another problem we've got, who is going to pay £80,000 a week in his wages. Absolutely amazing. Just go through the comments there. So Thomas, yeah, go through this very quickly. I've got, lads, get yourself out to your son. I have been out already, so I'll do that later on, actually, as I speak. So I should do that. Yeah, pretty much so, correct. So do smash a like, subscribe if you are new to my channel. So Jonjo Shelby, definitely sell. We probably get £8 million for this guy. whoever's a big fat mug to pay that money. And go on to Jeff Hendrick. Definitely sell him. Get rid of him. If that means getting £2 million for this guy, do it, because this guy ain't good enough for our club. And what does he do? Oh, by the way, did you see his tweet last night, by the way? It was so drunk, he couldn't even spell the words right. Oh, my God. I mean, his tweeting's just as bad as his football. Let's be real about it, do you know what I mean? Maybe he's been drinking too much Guinness. But drinking too much Guinness or water, get this guy out, because he is simply not good enough. Just cut his losses and just send him away on the free. Send him back to Burnley if it needs to be. So let's move on to Matt Longstaff. I'll keep him, but I think for the sake of his career, as long as Bruce is there, I think he needs to be away, because he ain't not going to get in the first team ever again under Steve Bruce. There's no way. Ideally, Steve Bruce should be sacked before Matty. I just hope that gets sorted out very, very soon. But in my personal opinion, I don't think Matt Longstaff will play for Newcastle ever again. I'll keep him, but I think we'll probably get £3 million for the lad. He's young, and he's a very good footballer as well. I do like him. Now on to Sean Longstaff. I'm definitely going to keep him, and I'll tell you why I'm keeping him, because there's talent in there. Look, on this day, he is a very, very good player. He's classy. But I don't like him in central mid. I like to see him as a number 10, where he's good at, and he can score goals there. And when he was at Blackpool, he scored some cracking goals. But at Newcastle, under Rafa Benitez, he's amazing. The under boost, it's gone backwards, but I definitely keep the guy. I love him. I think there's playing there. He's going to step up, but we need this fraudulent manager gone, because this manager ain't good enough. He's killing players' career. And what else can I say? He's got 12 months left on his contract. He needs to sign a new deal now. If he doesn't, then we're going to have to look at selling him for what we can. 12 months left on his contract. Sort it out now, or he's done. And we're going to go on to Miguel Amiron. Oh, I thought about this all day long. If I'm honest with you, I'm going to say I'm going to keep him. That's on the basis of a new manager coming in. So I'm going to keep him. Look, there's talent in there. His energy levels is fantastic. His commitment's fantastic. He's a very good footballer. But unfortunately, this season's been a big, big letdown. And he just hasn't been the same player. He had a cracking game against Southampton when he was fantastic. 8 out of 10 performance from the Paraguayan. But he hasn't really done it enough. And he needs to be doing that in every single game. Okay, we can have some bad games, but he's had too many bad games. And it's a shame, because we love the guy. And he's a game changer when he's on it. But I haven't seen enough from him. But I'm getting people saying, sell him. And people saying, keep him. He's splitting the fans at this moment in time. For me, if we are going to sell him, we pay £22 million for this guy. We probably get £25 to £30 million if he has one decent season. If he steps up next season and he shows us the player that he is, then we could get our money back, or maybe a bit more than that. So, hey, end of the day, very disappointed. I definitely keep him, by the way, because I do like him. Now we're going to go on straight and try and Fraser. Get rid of this player as soon as possible, alongside Hendrick. This guy, I'm not saying he's good enough. He's a damn good footballer. And on this day, he can change a game. His cross is superb, and his energy levels is fantastic. But for me, he doesn't want to play for Newcastle United. He'd rather play for Scotland than Newcastle. You know what I mean? So get rid of this guy. Get him out. And he just don't want to be there. He want to play for a bigger club. And he never had that chance. So unless he sort his attitude out, then he's going to be in limbo, that kid. I'm telling you, he's going to be in limbo. And that's a shame, because he is a talented lad and his attitude is all wrong. Fix up, Ryan. Please fix up, mate. Just tell us what we want to do. If you're not happy in Newcastle, get out. So we probably get around the £20 million mark, but not even get that now. We'd be lucky to get 15 because of his attitude. So £15 million we probably get for him. So on to the forwards. ASM, definitely keep, no brainer. This guy's a game changer. He's a crowd pleaser, he's an entertainer, but he needs to work on the final ball. And I said this other day. Listen, if he wants to leave Newcastle, is he worth £70 million? Probably not. Maybe 50. I think we'll probably get 50 for this lad, realistically. Do you know what I mean? But whoever gets him has got a cracking player. But work on the final ball, Alan, if you can, because at the end of the day, you work on that, you'll be a super player sort of thing. So for me, keep ASM. What a player. But he does all be fighting relegations every single season. That's why we got to get this manager out of the club very quickly. So for me, definitely keep the ASM. On to Wilson. No-brainer. Keep the guy. Fantastic. What a season he's had. I mean, 29 coming on 30. Wouldn't even put a price tag on him because he is a fantastic player. He loves the club. He loves the city. I can't say any more than that, can I? So move on to Joe Linton. For me, he has to go. And I'll tell you why he needs to go. Because he's had 2 seasons at Newcastle. He hasn't really done it. Okay, there's a play in there showing a glimpse of it. But he hasn't done it enough. Not done it enough for me. Because he hasn't been good enough this season. I mean, a couple of home games, he's been decent. Away from home, to be honest with you, I don't expect much from him anymore. Because at the end of the day, let's be real about it, he is not a Premier League player. And the guy is 6'2". He should be physically ready. And that's his bottom line. So for me, I did say we're not going to get our money back on him. We'd be lucky to get £15 million for him. Sell him back to Germany where he made his money. He got to count. I mean, Ashley now has to cut his losses now. You know what I mean? There's no way he's going to make a profit on the Brazilian. Never. No way. But like I said, we definitely need a backup striker in the summer to look after Callum Wilson. Because if he gets injured, who's going to get us the goals? Because someone please tell us who get us the goals. Because I'm struggling in a minute. Because the next 2 names I'm going to bring out are definitely not going to get goals. And the first of all is Andy Cowell. Definitely sell him. Let's be real. He's a cheerleader at a club. Do you know what I mean? He gets 2 minutes here, 30 seconds here. No. He needs to go and make sure he gets first team football elsewhere. Probably West Bromwich Albion are looking for a striker. Get him in. Do you know what I mean? Let's be real about it. And, he's been injury prone. He's just not getting it right. And what else can I say? What else can I say about this guy? He just hasn't scored 1 goal since he came back. That ain't enough. 1 goal in 2 seasons. That is poor. That's our transfer policy. It is a joke. I do like Andy Cowell, but he's not the player that he was. You know what I mean? And this is the one thing I want to say. Do not buy injured players or players with a terrible injured record. That's the problem we're having at the club. We are a charity case. So, Andy Cowell, definitely sell on a fee. Don't give him a new contract. And on to Dwight Gale, definitely sell him. Let's be one. Can't sell him. Just get rid. Get rid on the fee. Cowell, get rid on the fee. Both on the fee transfers, Dwight Gale is being watched by championship clubs, yeah. West Brom is one of them, yeah. He should go to West Brom. Do not offer this guy a new 3-year deal. If that is the case, then our club's finished. Let's be real. He does all be at Newcastle. He knows his time is up. And he hasn't really done it, hasn't he? Brilliant at championship. Hasn't quite caught in the Premier League. But scores, not enough goals. So, Dwight Gale, on your bike, go to the championship. West Brom's waiting for ease. By the way, I'm just going to read this comment. Thomas, Xavier Atsu could also go. And John, where do you think they both end up? Well, Xavier will probably go back to France. Atsu is being watched by Huddersfield, I believe. Or maybe it's Middlesbrough. I think Huddersfield's been linked. So I'd definitely look at him going to Huddersfield. So you can look after Aaron's as well. Because he's also Huddersfield as well. So, yeah. We got to get rid of the balance sort of thing. Get rid of the balance, dead balance, if you understand what I'm saying. But that's what I'm going to do. I told you should stay, who should go. And I make that 15 keeps, 11 to be sold. So we've got 15 players on our books. We're going to need to bring in 10 players in the summer. And the money I've got here for the players I'd sell, I'll make that £91 million in player sales. £91 million. So if I was a manager at Newcastle I got rid of those kind of players, and I made £91 million. That can go on top of the 10 million alleged budget that Steve Bruce is going to have. So they have £101 million in the transfer market. Do you know what I mean? Because he's been told he's got to sell to buy and generate his own funds. So yeah, £100 million is not bad, eh? And you can go and buy 5-6 players for that, but we need to get 11 players back because our squad are just a small squad. And if we get any injuries, we're absolutely knackered. Let's be real about it. You know what I mean? Because the calibre we've got in Newcastle aren't good enough. You know, I mean, Kellen Watts needs another season on loan. I mean, Ocean is speedy recovery, by the way. He's got a bad injury, by the way. But if he goes back out again, has to be in the Championship. Elliot Anderson, I want to see this guy play, right, from the start as well, because he's a decent player, you know. If Phil Foden can play at 19, why can't Elliot Anderson? The guy is absolutely a talent. Give the guy a chance. But no, Steve Bruce won't play young players. That's why he's ruined Matty Longstaff's career. Do you understand what I'm saying? Something needs to happen, and something needs to happen very soon, because this is going to be a huge, huge summer for us to try and stay up again. Can we improve on 12th place? Probably not. We were lucky to be there, to be honest with you. I'm getting people to say, yeah, but Steve has done a good job. No, he hasn't. He hasn't done a good job at all whatsoever. He's been lucky that we finished 12th. You know, we're not the 12th best team. We're not. Maybe 16th, 17th at a push, but 12th, definitely not, because the teams below us, Wolves, haven't been good enough. Brighton haven't been good enough. Then they just haven't got a decent striker. Let's be real about it. Burnley cannot win games at home. The bottom three have been very, very poor all season. Let's be honest about it, you know what I mean? But we've been very, very lucky. And if we are going to improve our 12th place position, then we're going to have to improve with better players than the one we've already got. And then players that I want to go, needs to be moved on, shipped on, no matter what. It's as simple as that. Do you want to be a top 10 team next season? We better be. If you get a takeover, without a doubt. If you don't get a takeover, we are done. And I've said that so many a time. It's just painful to keep saying it. Do you know what I mean? It really, really is. Anyway, if you like the video, do smash the likes up. Do subscribe if you're new. That's my keep and sell for 2021 season. Let's hope next season we get better players coming through the door. And thanks so much for chatting. Oh, and by the way, another 5 more away. 5 more, but hitting 700. So, like I said, please smash it up. I've got another one to do later on, hopefully, and check us out for that. But thanks so much for joining, and have a lovely day.